You can hear the first four notes of a song you haven't listened to in 15 years and sing the whole thing, word for word. But you meet someone at a party, hear their name, and 10 seconds later it's gone. Why does your brain do that? It's not that your memory is bad. It's that your brain is running two completely different filing systems, and one of them is way older than the other. Way older. And once you see how they actually work, you'll never trust your own memory the same way again. Let's start with names. Names are, weirdly, one of the hardest things for your brain to hold on to. Psychologists have a name for this. It's called the Baker-Baker paradox. Tell someone a man is a baker, and tell someone else the same man's last name is Baker. Same word. Completely different memory outcome. Because baker, the job connects to something. Bread, an apron, a bakery you've walked into 100 times. But baker, the name connects to nothing. It's just a label with no story attached. Your brain treats names like random noise, because most of the time, that's exactly what they are. Now compare that to a song. A song isn't one piece of information. It's rhythm, melody, pitch, sometimes rhyme, sometimes a memory of exactly where you were the first time you heard it. Your brain isn't storing song. It's storing 5 or 6 different things at once, all stitched together. And when memories get stitched together like that, they get incredibly hard to lose. There's a reason for this, and it goes back further than you'd think. Researchers studying music and memory have found something almost eerie. Patients with advanced Alzheimer's, people who can't recognize their own children, can still sing songs from their childhood, word for word, note for note. Think about that for a second. A disease that erases names, faces, entire decades of a person's life, and it can't touch the songs. That's not a small detail. That tells you music isn't stored the same way regular memory is. It's stored somewhere deeper, somewhere the disease can't reach as easily. So where does it actually live? Neuroscientists have mapped this out a bit. Music memory seems to activate a wide, almost primitive network across the brain, regions tied to motor movement, emotion, even the areas that survive the longest in dementia. Names, on the other hand, live mostly in language and recall circuits, the newer, more fragile parts of the system. And here's the part that really gets me. Some researchers think this split isn't an accident. It might be a leftover from a time before writing existed at all, when the only way to keep information alive for generations was to put it inside rhythm. Before you could write a name down, you had nothing to trust it to. But a song? A song could survive 1,000 retellings. Oral cultures all over the world, West African griots, Homeric bards in ancient Greece, Aboriginal songlines in Australia, all encoded history, laws, family trees, into melody and rhythm. Not because it was pretty, because it worked. A name, spoken once at a fire 30,000 years ago, could vanish the second the person who said it died. A song could outlive them by centuries. Your brain may have literally evolved to prioritize the thing that was built to last. There's another piece to this too, repetition. You don't hear a song once. You hear it dozens, sometimes hundreds of times, usually with the exact same melody attached every single time. That kind of repetition is basically a memory shortcut. Names almost never get that. You hear someone's name once, maybe twice, in a totally different context each time. No pattern. Nothing for your brain to grab onto. There's also this thing called the serial position effect. You tend to remember the first and last things in a sequence way better than the middle. Ever notice you can nail the opening line of a song and the final chorus, but the second verse is a total blur? That's not you being lazy. That's just how sequential memory works, and songs happen to be built almost perfectly around that weakness. Meanwhile, a name at a party has none of that structure. No rhythm, no repetition, no emotional hook, nothing at the beginning or end to anchor it. It's just there, for a second, and then it's gone. So next time you forget someone's name 2 minutes after they told you, you're not broken. You're running a system that was built for a world with campfires and oral history, not name tags and small talk.